Hi everyone, it's me Gulay again. Just going to do a short video on can you get a job after completing a short barista course. Doesn't matter where you do it, how much you pay, how long it takes. Can you get a job after completing a barista course as a barista? Again, this question is for those of you who have no experience whatsoever in making coffee and you've gone to do a course in order to get a job as a barista. Please comment below and let me know if that has happened to you after you've completed a course and you were able to find a job in a good cafe making coffees as a barista. If that is the case, that is unbelievable, and I'm telling you now, you must be a star, you must be awesome, because it's not that simple, and in most cases most people who have completed a barista course cannot find a job as a barista straight up. Now, there are three main questions that will be asked to you when you go for a job as a barista if you've never had experience. First question, do you have experience? Question two, how many kilos can you do per day? And question three, can you please go behind the machine and make me A, B, C, D? And that could be anything like cappuccino, latte, flat white, macchiato, whatever. They'll ask you to make a number of coffees and they'll watch you do what you need to do. They won't say anything. They'll just show you the machine and put you behind the machine, and then they'll say go for it, and that will be your test basically, and see what happens. How long does it take? Are you making it right? Are they consistent in quality and taste? So you'll be tested probably on the spot, so be prepared for that. Now, why are these important? Why are these three questions very important? I'll tell you why. Now, working in a bar as a barista, or even as an assistant to the barista, or just making drinks behind the bar, taking orders, this is a very important position. It's the prime position in any cafe or restaurant. Why is it the prime position? If you've been to many cafes and restaurants, you will notice that the bar is usually located in the center of the business, and the cash register or the POS system, and most cafes have that and most restaurants have that, is generally located within the bar. So whoever's taking the orders, whoever's making the drinks, who's ever in that location has to be a pretty strong person. Why? Because they can see everything. They're kind of in the middle of the business. They can see the floor, they can see the kitchen, they can see who's going in, who's going out, they can hear the orders going into the register. That is, if the service people, the front of house people are actually calling out the orders while they're putting it in, or they're listening to the customer as they're ordering, and the person behind the register is putting the orders in. So the people in the bar are on the ball basically. They're watching everything, they're listening to everything, and they're managing their time, whether they're making their drinks or watching the floor and watching the kitchen. So most business people, most owners will not just put anyone in the bar. Either they're in the bar, or if they're not owner operate, like working on the floor, they're putting someone in there that can be able to manage that. So it's not just about making coffees, guys. I just want to make that clear. Yes, there are cafes that all you do is just stand behind the machine and you're making coffee. You don't watch anything, you're just focused on the coffee. But a star employee, if you ask me, is able to watch everything at the same time. That's a star employee to me. And that's what I would be looking for. I would be looking for people that can manage the machine as well as watch everything at the same time. I know that's a lot to ask for and a lot to handle, but it teaches a lot of skills, guys. It teaches a lot of life skills, a lot of people skills, management skills, time management skills. There's a lot of skills that you can learn if you're in that position. So my advice to most people that come here to MBA Grounds Cafe and Training Academy to do a little course is, if you really want to work in a cafe, I recommend you start on the floor. Why do I say that? Because on the floor you learn everything. The first thing you learn is the menu. Knowledge is power, guys. Knowledge is power. You have to know your stuff. You have to know what's in the menu. You have to know what you can and can't do. You have to know how to delete items and add items if you can. You have to know how to manage putting the orders in, if they're having starters, their mains, their desserts, if they're having drinks. You know, most people, when I talk to them about customer service and floor, I ask them this one simple question: how many times do you think you touch a table? Now, touch a table means how many times you go to that table and serve that table. And the answer I most of the time get is about 4, maybe 5. And I'm like, really? I want you to think about that. Now, there's so many different styles of hospitality businesses out there, from casual, takeaway to fine dine. And no matter what they are, you're touching that table way more than 4 or 5 times. The minimum is 10. Minimum. And that's minimum. I could touch one table 12, 15 times if I need to. It just depends on the table, the number of people, what they're having, if they're there just for drinks, or if they're having the full thing, you know, drinks, entrees, mains, desserts, or even if they're coming in for just for breakfast. Minimum 12 times, guys. Minimum 12 times. So when you're on the floor and you learn all this stuff, this helps you when you move into the bar. Now, if you've done a course in barista training and you start as a waiter or waitress on the floor, you have the opportunity to show yourself to the rest of the team and the owner, obviously. And if they think that you have potential and you're great with the customers, and you've got a knack for hospitality and coffee and drinks at the same time, you know what? They'll invest in you. They'll invest their time in you. They'll invest their time in training you. Every now and again, when it's a bit quiet, you go behind the machine and say, can I make you a coffee? You make a coffee for your teammates. You make a coffee for chef. Oh, guys, you need to get the chef on your side. Okay, that's so important. Chef is important. Chef needs to be on your side, because when you make a mistake, and believe me, you'll make a mistake. Chef, if he or she is your friend, then you can help him fix whatever the mistake you've done, so he's okay and he doesn't freeze in the kitchen, and your customer is okay. So every now and again, make him a drink, make him a coffee, get him on your side. And this is how you develop your skills in coffee making. You get better and better in time. You understand what it takes to be behind the bar as a barista, because once you're working in a business and you know what's going on and how long it takes to put an order in, and then take the food out, set the table, take the drinks out, upsell, sales, very important, upsell, sell what we have, what we don't have, know what we have, know what we don't have, all of this information. Once you're on the floor, you learn all of this, you'll understand what it takes to be in the bar. So guys, the answer to the question of the day, the $1 million question is, can you get a job after completing a barista course? More than likely, probably no. We did skip one main factor, which was the second question, the kilos per day. Most cafes and restaurants, you know, good cafes and restaurants, they will do an average of 5 kilos. There are cafes that do way more than that, 10 kilos a day. That's 50 kilos a week, and that's if it's a 5-day operation. If it's a 7-day operation, that's 70 kilos a week. Now, the little math behind that is, how many cups can you make in 1 kilo? Now, it's hard to say exactly, because there's eating, takeaway, whether they're small, large, medium, all of these sizes, and whether or not you're making single shots, double shots, if there's any wastage. So I'd like to really say, they used to say 80 cups per kilo, but I don't think that's true. I believe it's about 50, 55 cups per day on average, and that's because I'm taking into account single shots, double shots, small, medium and large. So think about it, 5 kilos per day is the average, and they're asking you how many kilos you can do. If they're doing 5 kilos a day, they're asking you, can you do 250 cups per day? So if the answer to that question for you is, you can make 250 cups of consistent, great quality, drinkable coffee per day, I have to say, you're a star. That's off tap. And congratulations to you. But if that's not you, then it's highly unlikely you'll get a job as a barista. So guys, please, by all means, go do a barista course, learn about coffee. But understand that if you do the course, it's highly unlikely you will get a job as a barista. And that's my honest opinion. Almost all cafe operators, restaurant operators are going to ask you these three main questions. Do you have experience? How many kilos can you do per day? And can you make me these drinks? These are the basic three questions. I'm not going through everything else that you'll go through in that interview. Alright guys, so if you can find a place where you can do some basic training and experience at the same time, that's here at MBA Grounds Cafe and Training Academy in Auburn. Then go for it guys, learn the skill, get some experience, and if you're a star, I will connect you to my network of cafes and restaurants. I get calls all the time. Gila, have you trained anyone? Is there anyone good for barista, floor staff, kitchen staff, whatever? And if you're good with people, you're reliable, you're honest, you're hardworking, you're ethical, I will definitely connect you, 100%. So guys, please make a few comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are, what your feedback is. If you've done a course and you found a job, if you have, that's great. Congratulations guys. This is not judgmental. This is not saying that I know everything. Believe me, I don't. But with my experience and what I've seen, and with my network of cafes and restaurants, they're all on pretty much similar pages, and this is what they want. They want experience, they want kilos per day, and they want to know that you can make these coffees to their specifications. So guys, if you need any information, any help, please reach out. Be happy to help if I can. My number is 0403 207 077, and I'm in Auburn, MBA Grounds Cafe and Training Academy. Take it easy. Peace out.